All right, guys, how's the volume? Do you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. All right, we got 4. Let's see. Let's give a couple minutes to see if people hop on.
I can't hear anybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't hear you at all.
Log back in. I don't know.
But you can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's bizarre. I can't hear anybody.
Are you on your phone or computer? You can't hear.
Oh, he left. Back in.
Yeah, logging back in. Okay. I think most people are going to catch the replay. It's a weird time, right in the middle of the day. Do we have an order? Do you want me to go first or?
Sure.
Okay. Chris, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. You hear us?
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's start because it is Saturday. It's in the middle of the day. I know people are out and about doing stuff, and most people will catch the replay, but happy 2019. We wanted to get together, the Hempire, to just reconvene, get excited. And the 3 of us, Chris, Megan, and I, are going to share a few of our best practices, best tips to set you up for success for an amazing month and year. So I will go first, and we'll keep this short and sweet. We'll see how long we go. And if there's any questions, definitely type them in the chat. So the first thing I'm going to mention is know your why. So there's so many questions. How do you do the binary? What is the comp plan? How do you recruit people? How do you do social media? Those are all like, how do I questions. And those are great. And we have the answers to those. And we have so many great trainings and more are coming. But really, like, the focal point of network marketing and your business is, why are you doing this? When things get tough, when people return product, when your affiliate quits, when your husband or wife tells you, why are you doing this? When your friends laugh at you, when things get tough, and things will get tough, why are you doing this? Why are you going to push on? So a little bit about my story. I was in network marketing it's been about 3 years now. And I was a teacher for 11 years. And if, all those 3 years, I was also doing network marketing, and it got tough, and it really, but what grounds me, what my why, are my kids and my family. So my son has severe autism. Teaching and leaving the house at 7 a.m. and coming back at 4:30 p.m. is not an option. I was paying more for childcare, for people to watch him do his therapy, for people to pick him up and get him on the bus. And that was like ripping a piece of my soul out every time I had to do that and leave for work. Do I love teaching? Yes. Do I love it, as the years went on? No, because I was being told what to teach. I was making $60,000. I have a master's degree. I'm bilingual in Spanish. I have all these, talents and resources. And yet my income cap, I could have maybe made $70,000. I'm here in the Bay Area, and, everything is expensive. Everything is pricey. And so, yes, it's hard. Like, network marketing is hard. It's so simple in one sense, but it is challenging in another sense because it's new. But in those challenging moments when I was, leaving for work and answering calls on my recess break and doing all those things, you have to choose your hard. Like, choose your hard. It was hard for me to go to work. It's hard for me to, produce from home and do the network marketing thing full time. You choose your hards. we all have challenges. Like my challenges are no harder than your challenges. New challenges are going to come up. It's not about comparing who has it harder. So grounding yourself in that why. And I suggest like taking out a piece of paper, like write it down. Why are you doing this? And ask yourself specific questions about, you know, when things get tough, how you are going to keep going. And I think, let me pull it up. Hold on. A great tool to really ground you and to have that vision cast of the long term for this. This is not what we're taught. You know, you do an hour of work, you get $7 or $10 or whatever minimum wage is now. This is not that. Network marketing, you're going to be putting in a lot of work up front. You're going to have to learn new skills and habits and mindset. There's a lot to learn. It's so different than what we're taught. This is a commitment of 2 to 5 years at least of personal development, of learning the skills. So because it's such a commitment, I suggest having a vision board or a vision book. So I'm constantly adding to this. This is my why right in here. This is why. So I have like, my family is on my first page. That's why I'm doing this. So I look at my book at least once a day. I go through every page and I look, why do I want to be healthy? Why, you know, I take care of myself. What do I want in the future? And so as, you know, as I can start to check things off, I even have my vision of how much I want to be making. Like here's my why page about why I'm in the hemp industry, what it's doing for my family and for, you know, for people that I'm helping. I even have how much I want to be making every month. And my goal is $40,000 a month. And that can change my life. And I can, you know, help more people on a massive scale. I want to donate to more autism families. I want to open autism gyms around the country. Like I have such a big vision. So my why is not just for my family, but for what I can contribute to others. I think we're taught to play small, and let's like wash that mentality out of the way and dream big. So if you haven't made a vision board or vision book or started to like collect your thoughts, when you can actually see it and touch it and feel it and have that vision and feel yourself in that moment of opening a gym or helping, you know, just giving an autism family $2,000 just because, that is like, I can feel those things and I know they're coming. So that is my why. So number 2 is invest in yourself. This is all about you and how much you are willing to grow and change and evolve. So that could be hiring a personal coach. For me, that was the game changer 3 years ago. I didn't have the money. I put $3,000 on a credit card. I knew I had so much baggage and stuff from autism, from past things that happened to me, and I had never done therapy. I'd never done anything like that. And so investing in a personal coach changed me. I addressed my issues and my feelings. I like put those to rest, and now I'm able to move on. So a personal coach like changed my life. And I'm not saying that you have to do that, but you can invest in yourself in other ways. You can invest in yourself by purchasing group trainings or social media trainings or things that you feel like you need to work on. Go out and look and search on the internet. There are amazing trainings for you. Invest in books, invest your time in your business. So invest in yourself. I mean, okay, so here's what I always ask, like this is all about leadership and who you develop to be in the process. So you want to be a leader for people, for you to attract other people. So how are you showing up as a leader, right? What would you want to see in someone that you joined? You want someone who's there to support you, who's leading, who's helping you, who's answering your messages, you know, within a short period of time. Someone who's committed, someone who is committed to helping you, right? So invest in yourself. This is a business. This is work. This is network marketing. I get it. People are busy and they have a lot of things going on. That's exactly why you deserve to invest in yourself. Number 3 tip is involve yourself in the groups. We have 2 amazing groups. We have Activate Your Health. That's a product group. That's where we, add prospects, people who don't know about CBD, people who want to learn about HempWorks, why specifically HempWorks. Involve yourself in those groups. Show up as a leader. If someone asks a question, try to answer it, or go find something on projectcbd.org and, drop them a link. Even if it's not your person, show up and be helpful, because what goes around comes around, and people will then in turn help you. And you just want to help people and to help people. There doesn't have to be a reason why, I'm going to do this and then I get this. So just be helpful. And in the business group, same thing, like answer people's questions, build relationships. If you don't have like a group of at least maybe 30 to 40 HempWorks people, Hempire people, could be cross teams, I would say friend request people, because you want to show love on them. They'll in turn show love on you. So no one should have the excuse, my post only has 1 like, my post, no one commented on my post. Like, surround yourself with like minds. HempWorks people are amazing people. And chances are, if you're saying that no one's showing me love, you are not showing them love. So build relationships. And that includes, adding value to both of our groups. Okay. And to that point, also be a resource for people. So guide people to where they can find something within those 2 groups, because those groups are so powerful. They offer third-party credibility. When they, if someone needs to see a testimony about whatever, I don't know, depression, you can search it up and then boom, like tag the person. Our groups are amazing. Okay. And the 4th one is, so you're developing into this leader. You are attracting affiliates. Your team is growing. You want to teach people where to find resources. There's that saying, right? You don't want to teach someone you don't want to give someone a fish. You want to teach them how to fish. So as your organization grows, there's going to be more people that you're going to have to keep track of. And so questions are great. I know that I can always reach out to Megan and Chris and Celie and Megan Shudark. We have so much support, but you also want to teach people that they are in charge of their business, and that, like, you have to get scrappy. You have to start to look up things for yourself. Questions are great. You know that we always have your support. We're there to support you, but also just know that you're going to have to put in the time and start to find things for yourself and start to trust yourself. And we're here for you, but develop that independence. I hope that makes sense. So those are my 4 tips for success for 2019. All right, who's next? Megan or Chris?
I'll go. That's fine, because my baby's quiet right now, so good time. All right, mine are just going to be a little bit more technical. I loved everything that you said, Elaine. Really, like when like you have a why, it shouldn't just be like Elaine said, like it shouldn't just be like I want the money. Like, what do you want the money for? What would that mean for your family? What would you do with the money? And don't be scared to talk about that. I think there's like some kind of stigma around talking about money, and there shouldn't be, because in reality, everybody wants more money, right? All right, so my tips are to be, one of them was to invest in yourself. But what I would say is, when I started, I had to train myself really, because I was trained to the reach out method, like friend people and then say, hey girl, like it's so nice to connect with you. It just felt so icky to me. It was not comfortable at all. So what I did was I went and started following different people who were successful in direct sales and watched what they were doing, and just kind of taught myself. And I said, okay, well, I'm sharing all these different like memes and posts and other people's content. And what these people are doing is they're creating their own content and they're positioning themselves as leaders. And those are the types of people that people are going to want to follow, are the people who are positioning themselves as leaders and being inspirational and being bold. And so I just started following a bunch of people. I just started playing around. It took a while to find my niche and my groove, but I eventually got it. And when I just said, screw it, I'm not doing this hey girl thing anymore, Then the blessings started flowing in. And last January, I've said this before, I had 2,000 Facebook friends and 300 followers. And by May, I had 15. I was at 15,000. So in that short period of time, that's when that explosive growth happened. And so when I joined Hempworks, I had already positioned myself as a leader, and my business changed drastically at that point. So that would be one point, is follow people, start positioning yourself as a leader. I've also mentioned this in my group, but I think it's really important, you guys, is a lot of people are sharing memes and they're sharing the same thing. So it can be like a picture of the cannabis plant and it will have some really great tips on it about what it does, or the body and all that. But when you share the memes and then everybody starts sharing the memes, there's nothing that's going to set you apart from the other 50,000 people in Hempworks who are sharing that same exact thing. So I think it's really important to, like, if it promotes restful sleep, take a picture of yourself and say, man, the CBD helped me sleep so great last night, or something that's unique to you, because the memes scream, literally, I want to sell you something. And people are going to be more likely to be interested if they know, hey, I like Cassie. I really respect Cassie's opinion. And Cassie's saying that the CBD is helping her sleep good. I sleep terrible. What's this all about? I hope that makes sense. But I think that's important, to save the memes for the group, the Activate Your Health group, and then on your page, make your stuff really personal to yourself and your story. I think that testimonies are great to share too from the group. And then the last thing I was going to say also, and reiterate from Elaine, is to invest in yourself. If it's a coach, I made a huge investment last year with my website, because I was struggling so much. And again, like she said, you're going to have ups and downs, and through the hard times, you're going to need something to pull you through. And I knew I was in such a low place in my business. I needed that financial investment to keep me accountable. So I spent a lot of money on my website, but I'm so glad that I did, because I might have dropped out back then. And now my life is completely different because I kept going. So make an investment in yourself, whether it's a coach. I really believe everyone should be in Ladies' content group, because it's just fabulous, the stuff she has in there, and it's cheap, but just go for it, you guys. Just make it happen one way or the other. So, all right, Chris.
I actually tried to jump in last time and I forgot I had to hit the unmute button, and my technology problems. So many things. Gosh, I almost want to just completely go on a completely new path here after hearing you guys talk. There are so many ways for you to be successful with this business. The best part about Hempworks, the best part about network marketing is it doesn't need to be one way. There's going to be so many different opportunities and chances for you to be successful with what's going to work best for you. So when we talk about all the specific things that you can do to be successful, try them. Like, literally try every single thing that's being presented, because if Facebook's not working for you, I'm going to go on my own path here based on what you guys are saying. Like, if Facebook's not working for you, then try something else. Just because nobody liked your post or nobody responded to anything doesn't mean that you can't be successful. There are people that are 100K, 250K, 500K, and I don't even think they're on Facebook. Or if they are, nobody follows them. Without being mean, I say that they're nobody. Okay, and in a social media sense, they're not really anybody. Nobody follows them, nobody friends them, but yet they are, they're making, six figures a month almost, maybe some more. So it's proof, proof is in the pudding that there are a multitude of ways to be successful. And even within something like Facebook, if nobody likes your post, I always look at things an indirect way. And Megan kind of touched on this and we've touched on this so many times about building yourself up. But if nobody likes my post, if I add 10,000 people to my page, now there's 10,000 new people that are seeing posts and that have the ability to like them and interact with me. So I'll always tell people that I spend a lot of time, almost if people are your job is, if I say I'm with CBD, I'm with Hempworks, I do network marketing, oh, that's your job. I say, no, actually, I put a lot more effort into my content, my branding, whatever it might be. And I'm not even that great with that. I just put out information. Essentially, for me, I decided several years ago, all the things that people see that I talk about and post about have always been in my head, but I decided that I'm not going to accept the life that was given to me. I'm going to create the life that I want. I don't want to be stuck working a job that I either don't like or that takes away from time with people that I want to be with, my family, whatever that might be. And now I have that opportunity. I can walk away whenever I want. I can do whatever I want. So the first step for me was deciding that I'm not going to accept this life that was given to me. I'm going to create what I want. So I started spending time every single day putting out content. And for me, that started with, it started with simple things, because like, I'll tell anybody that like, I'm not the smartest person. Like, I don't know, I'm not that great with a lot of things, but I take the time. So I read 3 to 5 hours a day. So I enhanced myself and brought myself this information and the things that you see I talk about. I get up most days before 5 a.m. because if somebody's smarter than me, like, I'm just going to get to the spot before them. Like, I'm going to put in more time every day than them. They might be smarter than me, but they're not going to outwork me, essentially. So then I get up, I write, I put this content out, my page grew, etc. And then when I had the opportunity to have businesses and products and that, people were interested, because people aren't buying the products, they're buying me. They wanted to be associated with me. They want to be part of my team. They want to be part of what I'm about, because they value my content, they value me. So they know that if I'm supporting a product or a business, that it has value, and thus then it had value to them, and they wanted to be part of it. And the people that I reached out to specifically that are in this company, they're doing very well. And, those relationships and things that you forge with people are absolutely huge. Megan was the first person that I enrolled, and we weren't having a conversation at the time about CBD or hempworks. We were talking about a completely unrelated topic. So your networking, your connections with people are absolutely everything in this business, because there's always going to be opportunities and times when these conversations will come up. And if you're not talking to people, if you don't have, if we're just talking social media, if you're not building your friends list and your content and that kind of things, like, these connections aren't going to be there for you. So that's just an avenue for you to work on. But if it's not that, if it's not Facebook, then there's YouTube, there's Pinterest, there's LinkedIn, there's literally going into the community. There are people, again, that are successful with this company, and they go to local businesses, and those businesses carry our products wholesale. And a wholesale, if you get a chiropractic business or a massage business and they start carrying you wholesale, I don't know. Somebody can do the math. Again, I'm not that smart. You can do the math of how many affiliates that actually probably equal. It is a lot less work. So there are a million ways for you to be successful, and you don't need to do it exactly like somebody else. You can find your own path, but you have to try things. And part of that is going to be getting out of your comfort zone. Okay. So if you like Facebook, you better get comfortable doing live videos, because live videos are going to get you seen more than anything else. And if you don't want to do live videos, then I don't want to hear you complain about why Facebook isn't successful, because that's going to get you seen. So stepping out of your comfort zone, if it's talking to somebody in public, if it's messaging somebody, and I'm always adapting my philosophies. Like, I felt like at first I'm like, no, don't message people. People don't message me. That's not going to work. And I've completely flipped that now. I'm like, this company is amazing. And that's part of being successful, I think, is believing in a company that you're with so much that I'm fine with, like, yes, we're messaging people now, because this is an amazing opportunity. Whether you want to be a business affiliate or you just want to be a customer, like, this product can help you. This business can help you get out of your financial struggles, give you financial freedom, whatever. This opportunity is amazing, and I want to present it to everybody. So yes, now I think message people, like, whatever. But again, there is a way to do everything to be successful with it. You're not just firing off, the longest novel ever, selling them. But it's, if they value, if you're friends with them, you have some kind of connection with them, if you say, hey, I have an opportunity, can we talk about it? They're either going to say yes or no. If they don't, no big deal. And it's, a lot of it is just brushing things off. If somebody responds in a negative way or says, no, you're not taking it personal. If nobody likes your post, doesn't matter. If somebody comes on and says, well, I have a better CBD, like, no, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can't take things personal. You have to be able to brush things off, and you have to keep going and keep trying things. But I wholeheartedly believe that everyone can be successful with this company, with this business, because again, we have a product that anybody can use. We're not limited. We're not selling one thing that's for a specific group of people. We're selling something that every single person that is out there today can use, and every single person wants to feel better, even if they already feel good. And if they don't feel good, they want to feel better. So that's just the way it is in CBD. CBD can help people. So again, we're in the business of helping people, and helping people helps us. So we're reaching out to people, we're connecting, we're offering these opportunities. And I just think that there's so many ways. And, you know, we're just starting the year. We're into 2019. The longer you stick with this, you know, the better the chance you have. Like, don't ever think that because you've been with it for a month or even 6 months or a year that you can't find whatever it's going to be that's going to make it click where you just take off and you're skyrocketing all of a sudden with your volume and your rank advancing and such and so forth. Like, don't ever think that you're not successful. The longer you stay with it, the better your chance. And there are going to be so many people that kick themselves for either quitting or passing on this, because we know what the prediction is for CBD. We know where HempWorks is going as far as not only a CBD company, but a network marketing company. Like, the sky is the limit for not only HempWorks, but CBD. So you are in the perfect position, but it's just keep going and believing in yourself and trying whatever it's going to be. Like, if you want to have a conversation with me, reach out to me, because I will talk to you. We'll talk Facebook. I'll have an hour conversation with you about Facebook. If Facebook's not your thing, then ask me who the wholesale person is, and I'll put you in touch with the person who's killing it with wholesale. Like, don't take no for an answer. If you want to talk to a ranked leader in this company, even if they're not part of the Hempire, they're not your upline, even remotely closer to club, that doesn't matter. Like, reach out to them. Like, you're going to talk to me. Like, show up at their house, and when they open their front door, be in a sleeping bag, like outside their front step, and be like, can you talk to me about CBD today? Like, it sounds ridiculous, but like, they're not going to say no. Like, if I went to the butler's house and they woke up and went to check their mail and I'm outside in a sleeping bag, like, I guarantee you they're inviting me inside to have a conversation. And I'm probably going to walk away with, you know, more knowledge than I've learned in a long time. So how bad do you want it? And it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but I'm telling you right now, somebody go to their house in a sleeping bag, and a year from now, you'll probably be 100K. Because I'll help you as much as I can, but like, I don't know the first thing. I'll tell you, I don't know the first thing about like selling products. My thing is content. It's networking. It's connecting. It's building, you know, my brand and following, and then I'm good with people once we connect. But as far as like just saying, hey, you know, we want to buy this product, that's not my thing. So you got to find out what interests you, what you think will help you be successful, and then go after talking with that person and all of that information. It's the same thing that Megan and Elaine have touched on about you know, building yourself and improving yourself. And sometimes, you know, you're going to need help with that. It's not simply just watching a video or reading an article, motivational speaking, you know, listening. You're going to have to talk with the people that you think can help influence you and be successful. So yes, we're going to these people's houses this year and it's waiting in sleeping bags. So that's all I got.
Oh my gosh, so good. Yeah, so good. The last thing that I wanted to touch on is committing to going to convention. Whether you just started yesterday, whether you've been in 3 months or 6 months, like the rest of us, get to convention. I mean, leaders show up. If money's an issue, start producing. If childcare is an issue, start to get things into place. Book your ticket, buy your hotel room. Like, backing out is not an option. Get to convention. Get your people, get your affiliates to convention. It builds belief. We're going to see, I'm sure, new products, new like speakers. It's going to be a huge arena of 10,000 people. I mean, a few of us went to convention last year in October, and it was about 2,500 people. So this is going to like massive amounts. They're investing. The reason why it's so, I mean, I don't think it's expensive. The ticket is $299, but there's going to be swag bags. They're paying for amazing speakers. So it's going to be, they're like pushing in the value for us. So you have to be there. It's like, it's not an option. If your goal is to be a HempWorks top leader, top affiliate, you're going to be moving through the ranks. It's just a have to. So figure out how to get there. You know, reach out to your upline, figure out a way to start to get those plans into action. There's still months that you have to figure things out, but put it on your calendar, manifest it, figure out what you need to do to get there, and get there. Because we're going to take a huge photo with everyone in their Hempire shirts or hats or whatever logoed apparel that you have. We're going to do a massive picture, and like this culture, we have something so special. We're just going to keep building and building and building. What's happened in the last 6 months with the business group, 1,600 people want to know what we're doing. Like, it's incredible. In my past company, we had maybe 600 people in our business group. Like, this is something that everyone deserves to know about. So keep doing what you're doing, keep improving. That was it on my end. Megan, any last words? Megan, you got to unmute.
Okay. Yeah, definitely get to convention. They are such game changers. Like, to experience the culture and of the company and the training and meeting your team in person is just, it is so important. Is for catching the vision of what is really possible. So, and yeah, just again, one more time, just do whatever it takes to make this work, you guys, because the position that you're in right now in the company and on CBD, you're going to wish, if you don't do it, you're going to really wish that you had. So just every single one of you can do this. Every single one of you can do this. I would not say that if I didn't believe it with all of my heart. It's just a matter of, you've got to make the decision. There's no other choice for myself. I'm going to make this happen. So yes, that's it.
Love it. January 8th, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Josh is going to have lots of announcements. We posted it in the business group, so register for your spot to be in that webinar. But so many things are coming. $1 billion a year for HempWorks. Like, we're so excited about the directions of things. So reach out. We are always here to support you. Quitting is not an option. So you have so much support here. If your upline is not supporting you, reach out to one of us. We will direct you and help you. So have a great day, guys, and I'll upload this ASAP. Take care.